Phishing emails are a persistent and evolving threat in the digital landscape, exploiting human psychology and technical vulnerabilities to deceive recipients into divulging sensitive information or performing actions that compromise security. To effectively defend against these attacks, it is crucial to understand the anatomy of a phishing email, how they are constructed, the tactics employed by cybercriminals, and the subtle cues that can reveal their malicious intent. By dissecting real-world examples and exploring the psychological strategies behind them, individuals and organizations can become more adept at identifying and thwarting phishing attempts. At its core, a phishing email is designed to impersonate a legitimate communication from a trusted entity, such as a bank, employer, government agency, or popular online service. The attacker's primary objective is to trick the recipient into taking an action that benefits the attacker, such as clicking on a malicious link, downloading an infected attachment, or entering login credentials on a fake website. To achieve this, phishing emails often employ social engineering techniques, leveraging urgency, fear, curiosity, or greed to manipulate the target's emotions and decision-making processes. One of the most common characteristics of phishing emails is the use of spoofed sender addresses. Attackers may create email addresses that closely resemble those of legitimate organizations, substituting similar-looking characters or adding extra words or domains. For example, an email purporting to be from support@yourbank.com might actually originate from support@yourbanksecurity.com or support@yourbank.com. While these variations may be overlooked during a cursory glance, careful scrutiny of the sender's address can often reveal inconsistencies. In some cases, attackers may even compromise legitimate email accounts, making it even harder to distinguish fraudulent messages from genuine ones. The subject line of a phishing email is another critical component designed to capture attention and elicit a quick response. Subjects may reference account suspensions, urgent security alerts, missed payments, or enticing offers such as refunds or prizes. Common examples include, "Your account has been locked," "Unusual login attempt detected," or "Congratulations, you've won a gift card." These subject lines are crafted to bypass rational analysis by triggering strong emotional reactions, prompting recipients to open the email and act without considering the legitimacy of the message. Upon opening a phishing email, recipients are often greeted with branding elements intended to reinforce the illusion of authenticity. Logos, color schemes, and formatting may closely mimic those of the impersonated organization. However, subtle discrepancies can sometimes betray the fraudulent nature of the message. Low-resolution images, inconsistent fonts, unusual layouts, or outdated branding can serve as red flags. Additionally, the salutation may be generic, "Dear customer," "Dear user," rather than personalized with the recipient's actual name, especially if the attacker lacks access to specific user data. The body of a phishing email typically contains a narrative designed to justify the requested action. Attackers may claim that there has been suspicious activity on the recipient's account, that immediate verification is required, or that failure to respond will result in negative consequences such as account suspension or financial loss. These messages often employ urgent language and deadlines to create a sense of time pressure, reducing the likelihood that the recipient will pause to verify the message's authenticity. In other cases, phishing emails may appeal to positive emotions, offering rewards, refunds, or exclusive opportunities contingent upon clicking a link or providing personal information. Hyperlinks within phishing emails are among the most dangerous elements, as they frequently direct recipients to counterfeit websites designed to harvest credentials or install malware. These links may be disguised using anchor text that appears legitimate. Click here to verify your account, or by displaying URLs that closely resemble the real website. However, hovering the mouse cursor over a hyperlink without clicking can reveal the actual destination in the status bar, which may differ significantly from the displayed text. Phishing sites often use domain names with subtle misspellings, additional words, or unusual top-level domains, .net, instead of .com, to deceive users. Attachments in phishing emails present another significant risk. Malicious files may be disguised as invoices, receipts, shipping notifications, or important documents. Common file types used in these attacks include PDFs, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, and compressed archives, zip or RAR files. Opening these attachments can trigger the execution of malicious code, leading to the installation of ransomware, keyloggers, or other forms of malware. Legitimate organizations rarely send unsolicited attachments, especially those requiring macros or enabling content, so unexpected files should always be treated with suspicion. Language and tone provide additional clues to the authenticity of an email. Phishing messages often contain grammatical errors, awkward phrasing, or unusual syntax, particularly if the attacker is not fluent in the target language. While some sophisticated campaigns employ polished language and professional formatting, many still exhibit telltale signs of hurried or non-native writing. Recipients should be wary of emails that use overly formal or stilted language, as well as those that attempt to create a false sense of familiarity or urgency. A critical aspect of phishing detection is recognizing requests for sensitive information. Legitimate organizations rarely, if ever, ask customers to provide passwords, social security numbers, credit card details, or other confidential data via email. Any message requesting such information should be treated as highly suspicious, especially if accompanied by threats or promises of rewards. Similarly, emails instructing recipients to bypass standard security procedures or ignore established protocols are likely to be fraudulent. Phishing emails may also exploit current events or trending topics to increase their effectiveness. During tax season, for example, attackers may impersonate tax authorities or accounting firms, while during major holidays or shopping events, they may pose as retailers offering special deals or shipping updates. In times of crisis, such as natural disasters or pandemics, phishing campaigns may capitalize on fear and uncertainty by masquerading as public health agencies or charitable organizations. Staying informed about common phishing themes and tactics can help individuals recognize and avoid these context-specific attacks. In addition to the visible elements of a phishing email, technical indicators can provide further evidence of malicious intent. Email headers, for instance, contain metadata about the message's origin, routing, and authentication status. While examining headers requires some technical knowledge, discrepancies such as mismatched from and reply to addresses, missing or failed authentication checks, SPF, DKM, DMARC, or unusual sending servers can indicate a forged or compromised message. Many email clients and security solutions automatically flag suspicious messages based on these criteria, but manual inspection can provide additional reassurance. Phishing attacks are not limited to traditional email. They can also occur via text messages, smishing, phone calls, vishing, social media, and instant messaging platforms. The principles of detection remain largely the same. Scrutinize the sender's identity, evaluate the plausibility of the request, and verify the legitimacy of hyperlinks and attachments. Regardless of the medium, skepticism and vigilance are essential defenses against social engineering. To protect against phishing, individuals and organizations should adopt a multi-layered approach that combines technical controls with user education. Spam filters and email security gateways can block many malicious messages before they reach the inbox, while antivirus software and endpoint protection tools can detect and neutralize malware delivered via attachments or links. However, no technical solution is foolproof, and attackers continually adapt their tactics to evade automated defenses. User awareness is therefore a critical component of phishing prevention. Regular training and simulated phishing exercises can help employees and individuals recognize common attack patterns, understand the risks, and develop good security habits. Key lessons include verifying the sender's identity through independent channels, avoiding clicking on suspicious links or opening unexpected attachments, and reporting suspected phishing attempts to the appropriate authorities or IT teams. When in doubt, it is always safer to err on the side of caution. If an email claims to be from a bank, utility, or other service provider, recipients should contact the organization directly using official contact information, such as a phone number from the company's website, rather than responding to the email or using provided links. Many organizations have dedicated teams or reporting mechanisms for phishing, and timely reporting can help prevent broader attacks. Organizations can further reduce the risk of phishing by implementing security best practices such as multi-factor authentication, MFA, which adds an extra layer of protection even if credentials are compromised. Regularly updating software and applying security patches can mitigate vulnerabilities that might be exploited by malware delivered via phishing. Restricting the use of macros and limiting user privileges can also reduce the impact of successful attacks. As phishing techniques continue to evolve, attackers are increasingly leveraging advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning to craft more convincing and targeted messages. Spear phishing, for example, involves highly customized attacks directed at specific individuals or organizations, often based on information gathered from social media or other public sources. These attacks may reference recent events, colleagues' names, or organizational details to increase credibility. Defending against such sophisticated threats requires a combination of technical vigilance, situational awareness, and a culture of security-mindedness. Looking ahead, the proliferation of deepfake technology and synthetic media presents new challenges for phishing detection. Attackers may soon be able to generate realistic audio or video messages that impersonate trusted individuals, further blurring the line between legitimate and fraudulent communications. Staying ahead of these threats will require ongoing investment in security research, technological innovation, and public awareness. In summary, the anatomy of a phishing email reveals a complex interplay of technical deception, psychological manipulation, and opportunistic exploitation. By understanding the common features and tactics used by attackers, individuals and organizations can develop the skills and habits necessary to spot and avoid phishing attempts. Vigilance, skepticism, and a commitment to continuous learning are the most effective defenses in the ongoing battle against social engineering. As the threat landscape evolves, so too must our strategies for detection and response, ensuring that we remain one step ahead of those who seek to exploit our trust and undermine our security. Spotting a phishing email is ultimately about cultivating a healthy sense of skepticism and developing a systematic approach to evaluating suspicious messages. Start by examining the sender's address closely for subtle discrepancies or unfamiliar domains. Scrutinize the subject line for urgent or emotionally charged language, designed to provoke a hasty response. Review the body of the email for inconsistencies in branding, grammar, or formatting, and be wary of generic salutations or unexpected requests for sensitive information. Hover over hyperlinks to reveal their true destinations, and never click on links or download attachments from unknown or untrusted sources. If an email prompts you to take immediate action, especially if it threatens negative consequences or promises unlikely rewards, pause and verify the request through independent means. Consult official websites, contact customer support directly, or seek guidance from IT professionals if in doubt. Remember that legitimate organizations will never ask for passwords, social security numbers, or payment information via email. Treat any such request as a red flag and report suspected phishing attempts to your organization's security team or relevant authorities. By sharing information about phishing campaigns and raising awareness among colleagues, friends, and family, you contribute to a collective defense that makes everyone safer. Adopting strong security practices, such as enabling multi-factor authentication, keeping software up to date, and using unique passwords for different accounts can further mitigate the impact of phishing attacks. Regularly back up important data and familiarize yourself with the recovery procedures in case of compromise. Stay informed about emerging threats and participate in ongoing security training to sharpen your detection skills. In the end, the fight against phishing is a shared responsibility that requires vigilance, education, and collaboration. By understanding the anatomy of a phishing email and internalizing the lessons of past attacks, we empower ourselves and our communities to resist manipulation and protect our digital lives. The stakes are high, but with knowledge, awareness, and proactive measures, we can turn the tide against phishing and safeguard the integrity of our online interactions.